Hi, I'm Eddie K. As you may not know that I am an actor for the first time ever. This motion picture was one of the first ever GoAnimate films that many characters we've created have become actors and actresses. I would like to point out that this is entirely us playing the characters and like real humans in the Hollywood industry. But let me tell you all, this is something my father have been wanted to do a film adaptation of the book he recently read, and come up an idea to make it all happen. He was friends with an actress who was the star of a popular hit show Charlie's Angels, and she saved his life from his days of high school, hence beginning of a true friendship that would bonded forever. Her husband was also a film producer, singer-songwriter, and an author that would inspired him to be successful and make it all happen for my father. They were very nice. Now, about this film, me and Skylar played a Hollywood couple who traveled to Scotland for the summer to discover the horrifying, dark and sinister history of the home they rented. But the days of the summer were doomed to be crumbled. John MacIntyre take his writing skills about the horrifying results from the dreary of Scribe. This book is significant to Brian Russell, who was born in Scotland and pointed out his love on the country he was raised to treasure the memory forever alongside his wife, Cheryl. Many people wanted a film adaptation for a long time, but we come up with the idea to do the first ever GoAnimate film to be cinematic and good for Hollywood. Since my father's friendship with Cheryl Ladd and the support of her husband, family and friends, this is something that we would like to present you a feature film. I hope you like it as much as you do. Enjoy this special presentation.
The following program contains extreme language and inappropriate behavior. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's something. Hug.
Incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
We'll be right there this afternoon, if all goes as planned.
I can't wait.
Welcome to Scotland. It's sure nice for the two of you to be here.
Really, thank you.
They're welcoming him home.
Can I have an autograph?
Sure thing. Do you want to come in? I should only be a minute.
Oh yes, I certainly do. After all the paces he put us through, I can't wait to meet our landlord. Don't you want me to come with you?
Actually, I think I can handle this. I'm getting out of here.
Not so fast, mister.
Really, it reminds me of when I'm back on set of The Wicked Ones, a forgotten horror film
Come in, Mr. MacIntyre. I'm Gordon Erskine. I do hope you had a pleasant flight.
Indeed we did. As a matter of fact, our descent over the coast was amazing. I wish I'd had a chance to get it on film.
Ah yes. That's your business, is it not?
Well, not so much anymore. I'm kinda retired from the Hollywood thing.
Glad to hear it. I was never very interested in the cinema. It's all a bit predictable for me. Please, have a seat while I try to put my hands on the keys to the house. Aha. I'm sure you'll find everything in order at Ainsley. No expense was spared in the refurbishment of the place. It was quite a job. I must say, the directors of the trust are most pleased with the results. By the way, I've arranged a housekeeper for you. She'll be there tomorrow morning, first thing. And I should tell you, the last room on the upper floor is off limits. One of our directors, the one who supervised the renovations, has some personal things stored in there. But don't worry. I'm sure you'll have plenty of space. It's a fine, big house.
Thank you, Mr. Erskine. My wife and I are looking forward to our stay. I promise we'll take good care of the place.
Oh, I know you will. Ainsley is very special. The trust didn't want just anybody to have it, you know. However, you and your wife seem to possess all the qualities we were looking for. After you've spent some time there, you'll understand why we were so particular. It's a magical place.
Really? In what way?
When you get to the village, ask at the post office for directions. The house is a bit hidden away.
Sounds perfect. Just what we were hoping for.
I hope you enjoy your sojourn at Ainsley, and I do apologize for not offering you a cup of tea, but as you can see, I'm a bit busy.
Think nothing of it. We want to get on the road. Anyway, we're eager to get to Kilbride. And please, feel free to drop down for a visit. I'm sure we'd be glad to see you.
Thank you, Mr. MacIntyre. That's very kind, but I don't think there's much chance of that. Too much to do here, and besides, I don't leave the house much anymore.
Just what line of work are you in, then?
Oh, let me see. I suppose you could say I'm discoverer. Yes, that's it, a discoverer. Mrs. Pearson will show you out.
In a car? Well...
What's he like?
I don't really know what to tell you. He's pretty eccentric. He didn't want to answer questions, and I didn't even get a good look at him. Apparently he's got some kind of eye problem. He lives in darkness, so I guess he won't be coming to pay us a visit. It's okay with me. That is weird.
Well, what do you think, Mother? It's my opinion that he's just what we've been waiting for. Things will be better soon, you'll see. They are on their way, just what we were hoping for, I'd say. Typical American, a bit native, too friendly for his own good. I know you'll make sure they are properly taken care.
Have no fear, I have just the thing.
Good. I'm looking forward for my return. It's been so long.
What's up? You okay?
Yeah, more than okay. Actually, I feel wonderful. This is the most perfect place I've ever seen. Why didn't even film here?
I don't know. That's actually not a bad idea.
Too bad you retired. Too bad.
I know, but let's check out the place. Val, do you see that?
Yes, I do. What the hell?
I have no idea.
It's like I have a monster too, because that's what it looks like.
And here she comes now. You know, I'm thinking we should probably drink bottled water while we're here. Looks like the local stuff makes people a bit cranky.
Ouch, I'm sorry my lad. I did no realize you were standing there, you been here all this time. Oh my hearin's know what it used to be, nor the eyes either for that matter. Jock Tavish is the name, I'm the postmaster. Some folks have wonder why it's MacTavish, but I don't know the answer to that, so what I can do for you?
Well, I'm not exactly lost. My name is John MacIntyre, and my wife and I have rented Ainsley's house for a few weeks. Can you tell me how to find it? I'm told it's a bit hidden away.
Ainsley House, did you say? Oh, nothing to it. I'll keep you straight. And I'm pleased to meet ye, Mr. O.A.
Nice to meet you too.
Now let me see. The best thing for ye to do is to follow along this road you're on. You did come in from the calendar direction, didn't ye?
That's right then. Well, continue on here out of the village itself. Go till you're just about 2 miles this side of the kirk, and turn left. Then, you go on down past Ailey's garden and make a sharp right. Don't make the other right, cause that'll take ye back to calendar. See? Then ye continue on past where the antique shop used to be.
You know, we all told those folks that an antique shop would never work in this place, but they wouldn't listen. Not enough tourists, ye understand. Oh, aye. Anyway, turn left again, at Old Tom's Well, and you're no more than a stone's thrown away. Och, you'll never find it. I'd better just take you myself. I'll not go inside the house, but I'll take you to the gate.
Well, if it's not asking too much, I'd appreciate you showing us that way. I wouldn't want to put you out, though.
Och, not at all. I was just going out that way, anyway. I've got a parcel here for Graham Nesbit, and he lives not far from Ainsley.
I'll be right outside when you're ready. You look for a woman of your age.
So, do we have our directions?
Well, not exactly.
Not too friendly, are they?
Oh, don't worry, honey. They'll warm up soon enough. The Scots are a bit leery of outsiders at first. Wow, it's glorious. Look.
He didn't give us a chance to thank him. I hope he didn't think we were being rude.
Doc, hey nay fearo, that lass, the boyle hey plenty o. Time to find out how rude ye really can be.
Oh, very good, John. Nice accent. Have you been practicing?
That, it comes back whenever I'm in Scotland. Strange hub.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You're definitely strange.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. MacIntyre, my own lady of the loch, may I present you your home for the summer? If you would, kindly step inside and I'll show you straight, just the way you like it.
We can unpack later.
How are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Mrs. Small, the housekeeper. Didn't tell you I'd be here?
No, no one mentioned that you'd be here, but never mind. I'm Mrs. MacIntyre. It's very nice to meet you. Oh, you can call me Valerie. What would you like me to call you?
Oh, Mrs. Small would be fine, and maybe you should
Oh look, I've broken all the eggs.
No bother. They were yesterday anyway. I bought fresh, and milk too. Well, Mrs. MacIntyre, and don't you look fetching this fine morning? I swear that you have the cutest butt ever built, and a very fine notion it has too.
Oh, John. You haven't met Mrs. Small. She's the housekeeper. We weren't expecting her, were we, honey?
Hey, no, we haven't met. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm well. I hope you're not offended by my oh what the hell. Just chalk it up to the fact that I'm a crazy American.
Good morning, Mr. MacIntyre. I'm right pleased to meet you. It is a bonny morning at that, might I say. There's never any need to apologize for expressions of, affections between married folk. Now, Mrs. MacIntyre, why don't you and your husband go and make comfortable on the veranda? I'll get your breakfast for you. I brought the paper. I thought yous might like to see what goes on around here. It's not much though, I'll tell you.
Wow, what a morning.
It's glorious.
Val, do you see that?
I've never seen a hog fishing before. I wish I could do that.
No, honey, not the bird, by the way. It's a mystery, not a hog. I'm talking about that ruined thing. Way on the other side, on top of that headland. It's in shadow now. Do you mind? No, look, here comes Mrs. Small.
Hungry?
Ravenous. By the way, Mrs. Small, what's that tower thing I see there from the distance?
Oh, that's Campbell Keep. Been there forever, as far as anybody knows. Been a ruin for hundreds of years. Don't nobody go up there though, least not nobody from round here. It's an accursed place. There's some right bad stories. But I'm Catholic, ye see. I'm not supposed to pay any heed to that stuff.
Stories? What kind of stories?
I can't tell you just now, Mr. MacIntyre.
Oh, come on. I would really like to.
John, honey, maybe some other time. Mrs. Small got things to do. Isn't that right?
Yes, I do. Plenty.
Why did you do that?
Because she obviously didn't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, she looked terrified.
Terrified? You're crazy.
Morning, Mrs. MacIntyre. I've got a delivery for you.
Good morning, Mrs. MacIntyre. Is it a bonny morning?
Good morning, Mr. Travis. How are you? Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, no thanks or no. I'll not be coming in. I've just brought out this young fella here. He's got something for Mr. MacIntyre. A computer and a printer fella said that it was supposed to have been here last week. Says not his fault though. It seems that this model is hard to come by in Scotland. Anyway, it's here now.
Hey, John. Good news. Your computer is here. Do you believe it?
Finally, thank God, I came here to write, not to read every book in the damn house. Tell them to bring it into the study. On the desk facing the water. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, too many distractions the other way.
Don't you worry, honey. I'll get my money's worth. The view will be there when I need it.
Better be off another busy day.
Hey, Mr. Tavish. Thanks.
This is great. I can finally get started.
Would you like to go to California with me? Ever since your mommy passed away, it's been hard on me ever since you were born.
No, Daddy. I don't want to go.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm running into town. Anything you need?
Well, good morning, Mrs. MacIntyre. And how's everything with you? You don't write. You don't call. So what's a man do?
Mr. Nesbit, it's nice to see you. Would you like a cup of tea?
Hey, I would that. And the name's Graham. I was curious about whenever you'd got the boat going yet. I thought I could give you and your husband a hand, seeing that I knows everything there is to know about her. If I do say so myself.
Welcome in. My husband's asleep busy, but...
Hey, I imagine that tea's well steeped by now. Should we drink it, or let it stew away till it's treacle? So why you decided on this place, if you don't mind my impertinence?
Well, it was one of several we considered, but this one seemed just right for us. It was on the water, close to a village, and had just been renovated. The pictures were beautiful. Besides, it was in the part of Scotland my husband had visited before. It's where he wanted to be. Why, do you ask?
Before we go any further, Mrs. MacIntyre, I'd like to propose a deal. If you promise to call me Graham, instead of Mr. Nesbit, which makes me feel some relic, I'll be happy to answer.
Deal. And I'm Valerie.
Fair enough. The place has been nicely done up, and they certainly spent some money. I hardly recognize it, never though it would be lived in again.
So we're the first people to live here in a while?
Nobody's lived here for years.
Well, we can certainly had to go through hoops to get it. I'll tell you. The application was 5-page long, which I found a bit strange. It was either to join the golf club back home in the States. I was ready to pass, but John had a feeling about it. He said he admired the thoroughness of the owners. He figured they cared a lot about the house. He was intrigued.
Actually, you're the first here in 25 years. The place has quite a history, you know.
Really? Is there something I should know? Is there a reason you're our first caller? Is there anything you think you should tell me?
Oh no, it's not that. I just meant that the house is very, very old. 300 years, at least. I'm sure it's got stories to tell. So what about the boat? Have you seen her yet?
No, actually, I haven't. I guess I've been too busy with other things.
Now, what could possibly be more important than a bit of fishing, may I ask?
Nothing, I suppose. Nothing at all.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Oh yes, I'm more than all right.
She's a bit low. We'd better run into the village and fill her up.
John, today's Saturday, you know. Why don't we take the boat out for a spin and go to the Crown and Thirster for dinner? I heard the food is really good. Come on, you love the boat. I'll even let you drive.
Hey, why not?
Let's go, John. I don't like it here. John?
Huh, what did you say?
I said let's go. I'm getting hungry.
Oh sure, I'm sorry honey. I'm sorry, we don't have a reservation, but we'd like to have dinner if that's possible.
Certainly, Mr. MacIntyre. Locals don't need reservations. We've been looking forward to seeing you both.
You know who we are.
I see. It's not often as famous as you around here. What can I get for you?
Good evening. A single malt please, no ice, and a glass of white wine for the lady.
So ye have a dance with me?
I'd be delighted.
There'll be no paying tonight, Mr. MacIntyre. You'll be the guests of the house this evening to be sure. You've passed the test of flying colors.
Thank you, Mrs. MacIntyre. And thank you, Mr. MacIntyre, for your graciousness. And might I say, you're a right lucky man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tay the Crown and Phil, our very own Moira MacLeod, the beautiful belle of Argyle.
Thank ye. It's been brought to my attention that we have some visitors with us from very far away. I'd like to take this opportunity to make them feel welcome. Now I understand that the gentleman here is actually returning to his homeland, that he was born and raised in this bonny country. Well sir, this song's from my own heart to yours.
Oh I'm no ewte bide ella, oh I'm no daily view. Oh I'm no ewte bide ella, I'll come back and see thee.
I think I want to go home. Well, it's certainly an evening I'll never forget.
It's a vile place, Val. There's something there that's not this earth. I know it sounds far-fetched, but what I'm telling you is true.
Well, don't just stand there. Get the hell over here and help me.
Graham Nesbit, what the hell are you doing?
Valerie, I don't know what to say to you. I assure you, I've got nothing but the deepest respect for you, and I wouldn't do anything to ruin the friendship we had, neither it may be, I don't know what happened out there. It's not even as if I got carried away, it was just that I wanted you to know how damned attractive you are, though it seems that the one that matters to you the most has stopped noticing. I can see I was wrong. But for what it's worth, I think you're the most glorious woman I've ever seen, and I'm sorry for what happened. I hope you can find a way to forgive me, but if you can't, I'll miss you something terrible. Thanks for listening.
Graham. I do forgive you. Let's not mention it again. Honey, are you alright? What's the matter? I don't know what to say.
Say, there's nothing to say. Let me tell you, a few minutes ago, I was standing there wondering where the hell my wife could possibly be. I look out on the goddamn lake and see you. In the arms of some stranger who must be half your age, like there's something going on. Now, would you one of you like to try and explain this to me so that I'll like it?
Mr. MacIntyre, sir, I understand what you think you saw, but let me assure you, there's nothing all but friendship going on between me and Mrs. MacIntyre. The truth of the matter is that I've never had any interest in women, even one as beautiful as your wife here.
Well, I'll just show Graham to his car, and I'll be right back. What the hell was that all about?
You're not gay.
I know, but it's the only thing I could think of at the moment. I must have panicked.
I'm very pleased and flattered that you still get jealous. It's beautiful, and it's nice to know that you're still paying attention. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's go back in town tonight and have dinner. I'm in the mood for salmon, and wait till I tell you my story for the one that got away. So how's the writing coming? Is everything you hoped for? I've tried not to pry, but I'm curious.
Yes, I'd have to say it is what I hoped for. It's really strange though. Sometimes the words just fly out without me really thinking about them, as if I'm only a messenger. It's pretty amazing.
When do I get to read some? I'd really love to see what you're writing.
Well, maybe soon. Perhaps I should let you write a few pages, just to make sure this whole idea isn't a waste of time. Maybe it's awful. Maybe I'm totally nuts.
Oh, John, no one thinks you're totally nuts.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. MacIntyre. I'm dreadfully sorry.
John, are you okay? John, I need to ask you something.
Sure, anything.
Well, I need to know what's going on. Why does the girl have such an effect on you? It's impossible not to notice.
I really can't explain it, Val. Not even to myself. I don't know if you can't believe this, but I feel I know her. She's the image of the girl I've been writing about. They're even got the same last name.
So you made her character?
No, that's the crazy part. I wrote her before I ever saw her. That's why I had such a strong reaction that night at the fizzle. I'd like to think it's just a coincidence, but I'm not so sure. It's pretty damn weird.
Yes, it is. John?
Yes.
Are you falling in love with the girl in your story?
Come on, Valerie. Of course not. She's fiction, for Pete's sake.
Okay, John.
Yes.
You were absolutely right, things proceeding as planned. I hear the woman spending a great deal of time with Nesbit. I think the poor chop's infatuated. It's more than we could have hoped for.
Yes, well, I'm not surprised. You of all people should have a little faith.
Oh, I already know who you are. So what brings a man such as you to this wee place?
Well, if the truth be known, Reverend, I was actually born not far from here, in Edinburgh, actually, and I've been in your church before, although it was many years ago. I've returned to my roots, hoping that the surroundings will provide some inspiration for my writing.
So you're a writer, are you? How interesting. You know, I'm from Edinburgh myself. Oh, I still feel like a bit of an outsider here. Tell me, Mr. MacIntyre, have you and your wife managed to make any friends since you've been here? The folks can be a bit standoffish, you know.
Not really. I've been so immersed in my work that I've become a bit of a hermit, I'm afraid. Valerie, my wife, she made one or two friends, I think.
So what kind of writing do you do, may I ask?
Well, I've started a Scottish historical novel. I've got a long way to go through. It's a daunting task.
I'm sure it is. You know, it's a subject that really fascinates me. I pride myself on being the unofficial historian around here. There are some very interesting stories that make up the history of this vale. Perhaps we could get together sometime and compare notes. Maybe I could be of some help to you.
John, damn it. You scared the crap out of me. Don't do that.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean to scare you. What's this? Somebody Campbell, Lord of Agril, felled by the horns of the fate, here to rest till the judgment come. My God.
What's wrong?
Well, it's completely nuts. But I'm writing about this guy, and I thought I made him up. Pretty creepy, huh? Well, someone has to bear the fat burden for this family. If it was left to you, we'd both live to be 120, and you know we could never afford it.
That's not funny, John. Don't joke about things like that. I'm serious. However, I would like to know why your cholesterol is 70 points below mine.
Honey, it's in the blood, you know, that good Scottish blood. It's not my fault.
I got a letter for you at the post office, came in late Friday. All the way from California. Man's hand, I'd say, do you want me to send it out with Graham in the morning? Or do you want to get it yourself? Either way is fine with me, but Graham's probably coming out there. He's there a lot, from what I hear.
You can send it out with Graham if you like. He's been coming out regularly to help me with some things. And the letter, it's probably from my parents. Is there anything important in it, or just the regular news?
Now, Mr. MacIntyre, I don't believe that you would think.
Just kidding, Jock, just a wee joke. Have a nice day.
John, it was cruel.
Cruel, but fair, my girl. I just don't think that he should be allowed to meddle free of charge. Serves him right.
You know, John, everything's so real here. I don't think a psychiatrist could make a living in this valley.
Good morning, Mr. MacIntyre. So I gather you weren't expecting me. Actually, I've been watching you since ye got here. You see, I think of this as my own private place, and was curious about who might be trespassing. So what are you looking for, then?
I was trying to find a way up to the keep. I guess you know I wasn't successful.
Well, I could show you the way if you've a mind. There aren't many that knows the way up. But I suppose it would be alright. You seem like a man who can be trusted to keep a secret.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Mr. MacIntyre, can I ask you something before I go?
Of course.
Do you find me attractive?
Well, you are a beautiful girl. I'm sure all men find you attractive.
But, I don't care about them. It's your opinion that I care about.
Aye. Well, I think you do, and it's okay. I quite like it.
John? Where have you been? I was worried sick. We were just about to come looking for you.
She can be a right dangerous old lock, Mr. MacIntyre, especially for someone who doesn't know her moods. I'm glad you're all right. I'll be off then, Valerie.
Where did you go?
Well, as a matter of fact, I went to the keep.
You what? You know I asked you not to go there. You deceived me.
Well, I was going to tell you, but when I left, you were sleeping, and I didn't want to wake you. Anyway, I got out there and decided to look for a way up to the top. But unfortunately, I couldn't find one. However, I did find a great little cove. I anchored the boat and sat there to think for a bit. I must have fallen asleep. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to worry you.
Well, I bet you're pretty hungry, Captain Cook. Come on, I'll fix you a sandwich. So, would you like to hear how our parents doing without us?
I'm sorry, honey. I was somewhere else.
You certain were. I was talking about the letter. Remember? The one from your dad?
Oh yeah, sorry. So, how are they?
They're fine. Your mom's still in Aspen, but Dad seems to be doing fine himself. He sure doesn't sound lonely. He says they're talking about remarrying next summer. He wonders if Scotland would be a good place for their honeymoon.
Married? That's funny. Hell, he doesn't know how to pick up his socks.
That's true. John, you don't think they stay together when we're away, do you?
No, honey. Not a chance. They wouldn't dare.
Morning, Graham.
Hello, Mrs. MacIntyre. And what brings you calling on such a lovely morning?
Well, I tried phoning you, but there was no answer. Then I saw you here in the garden when I was driving by.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep meaning to get a secretary, but I keep forgetting it. Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, hi. It would be very nice. If it's not too much bother.
Ah, it's nae bother. Nae bother at all. Nice accent, by the way. You like it?
Yes, I love both. But I've got to tell you, I've never seen a model as beautiful as this one.
Well, actually, the Cygnet's more than just a model. She's a fully functional racing ship. She wins the local regatta almost every year. She's actually my most prized possession. She was very special to my father.
I can see why. Tell me, Grim, what do you know about this Moira MacLeod?
Well, she is a fine singer. She has a way with her that can captivate an audience. I think she's destined for great things. If she can just get heard by the right people. She's also the best-looking lassie in the Vale, present company accepted, of course.
You see, and I don't know why I'm telling you this. My husband seems to be totally captivated by her. He says it's because she reminds him of the girl in the book he's writing. But I'm not so sure. Should I be concerned, Grim? What kind of a person is she?
Well, let me see. She's a good girl. She doesn't run around with men. There is one young fellow in her life, but I think it's more enchantment than hers, from what I can see. She's very focused on her career. It's the most important thing in her life.
But I've seen her flirt with my husband, and unfortunately, I watched him respond. He hasn't actually spent any time with her, but I'm not sure what to think. I certainly don't want to overreact. Maybe I'm being silly.
You know, Valerie, it's hard for me to tell you what to do. Maybe Moira thinks that your husband helped with her dream. You two are certainly the most influential people she's ever had a chance to meet. Maybe she's just trying to make the most of it. Having been on the receiving end of some heartbreak myself, though, I do think it's wise to be careful. That was my big mistake.
Oh, great. I'm sorry. Here I am, completely caught up in my own problems, as if they were all that mattered. What happened? Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks, but not today. Maybe some other time, when it's my turn. In the meantime, all I can say is don't be paranoid, but don't be blind. If there's nothing there, you shouldn't create something, but if there's something, it's best you know while you can do something with it. How much longer are you gonna be here in the Vale?
We were supposed to leave in just over 2 weeks, but now John's talking about extending our stay. His work's going well. I just can't deny him. He has waited so long for this.
Well, if there's anything I can do, don't hesitate to ask.
Yes, thanks. And thanks for listening. I didn't come here looking for advice. I just needed someone to listen to me. I was nervous my concern would sound totally nuts if I spoke.
Well, they don't, and I feel right complimented that you chose to share them with me.
Don't you tell me about what happened to you, if it's not too personal.
It's a bit late to be worrying about being personal, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose it is. I'd like to know what keeps you here in this place. I can see that you're an educated man, and I'm curious about why you've chosen this life.
It was never really a choice, Valerie. I've found that sometimes life makes the choices for us. You see, some things happened to me years ago that made life in Kilbride a welcome respite.
Your heartbreak.
I was at the University of Edinburgh, studying history and archaeology. I had dreams then. I was going to explore this country, unearth her hidden treasures and find out all I could about her past, but things started going badly for me. First, I received word from home that the girl I was engaged to had to run away with another man. Then my father died. I'm afraid I reacted badly. I found myself drinking too much, doing drugs, bad drugs, and failing at school. My supposed friends encouraged all my bad habits. Until we drained my bank account, I was eventually expelled and returned home to Kilbride, the prodigal son. My mother made me suffer it, I assure you.
I'm sorry, Grim. It was really none of my business.
That's okay. It's not often I speak of it. It's probably good for me to do so now and then, although I don't much enjoy reliving it. You know, getting back to your own predicament. I understand that you don't want any advice, but here goes anyway. There's an old expression, familiarity breeds contempt. Now maybe instead of John being allowed to make Moira whatever he wants in his mind, he should see more of her in reality. It's been my experience that the fantasy is vastly more exciting. If he spends any time with her at all, he'll come to realize that she's only a wee girl, and that he already has the very best he could possibly hope for.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you very much.
So how are you enjoying this stay in Owee Valley?
I really can't say enough about how beautiful this place is. You all must be very proud.
It's hard to know, really. I've never been anywhere else.
Well, trust me, you won't find any place in the world more beautiful than this. Now why won't you excuse me? I had to chat with the other 3 women from the band.
Sure thing.
Good evening, Mr. MacIntyre. And how are you this fine evening? You look very well, I must say.
Miss MacLeod, it's nice to see you. You're looking very well yourself. You're not singing tonight then?
Actually I'm not. I've had it with that stupid band. That Alistair Frazier thinks he owns me, and I assure you, nobody owns Moira MacLeod.
I've just come on, and I wanted to deliver a drink, courtesy of George.
John?
Some other time. Coming. Valerie, look there.
What is it?
Nothing, I guess. I was probably seeing things. Maybe too much of the old malt. Don't be mad, I love you. She isn't here.
Mr. MacIntyre, what are you doing out so late all by yourself?
I have to talk to you.
Well, it's nice to see you. But you shouldn't have come here. If somebody sees us together, the tongues'll wag. It's a right wee village.
Yes, I do understand. And I'm sorry, but I didn't know any other way. I waited for you today, you know, at the keep. Isn't that what you meant by your message last night?
Aye, but I had a bit of bother with my mum. You see, she came to see me, and I wasn't expecting her. We've had some problems at home. Oh, never you mind that. That's another story. Anyway, I'm right sorry you went all the way out there for nothing, but I had no way to let you know.
That's okay, I understand. These things happen. So can we meet tomorrow?
I've been thinking, Mr. MacIntyre, maybe this isn't such a good idea. We'll only start rumors, and that wouldn't be good for either one of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do, and I understand your concern. Really I do, but I'd like to see you. I just need to talk to you. That's all. It's about the book I'm writing. Nobody needs to know. Nobody goes to that place. You said so yourself. It'll be alright. Please meet me tomorrow.
Well, I suppose there'd be nothing wrong with us meeting for a wee chat, but I don't want to bring you any trouble with your wife. She seems like a nice woman, and I don't want her to get the wrong idea.
Tomorrow, then. Will you meet me tomorrow?
Oh no, Mr. MacIntyre, I'm sorry I can't tomorrow, but maybe Sunday afternoon. I don't have to work on Sunday, and no one'll miss me.
Great. I'll be there. What time?
Oh, let me see. What about 1 o'clock? And I'll bring a picnic. It'll be super.
Moira, what the hell are you doing in there?
Nothing, George. I'm just finished. I'll be right there. You'd better go out the back way there. Oh my, were you seen coming in? Oh my goodness.
Don't worry. We Yangs are smarter than we look. I left it hidden outside the village, and no one saw me come in. And Moira, since we're getting to be friends, could you please call me John?
That would be nice.
Shit.
John, are you alright?
Yeah, fine. Sorry I woke you.
Where have you been?
Oh, I just had a couple of thoughts and felt I should jot them down before I forgot them. You know what I mean.
I do. John?
Yes.
Why did you smell like cigarette smoke?
I found an old pack of smokes downstairs and decided to have one. For old time's sake.
I see.
So where's Mrs. MacIntyre? I thought she was to join us.
She's feeling a bit under the weather, I'm afraid. Maybe next time.
So how's the work going?
Fine. It's coming along quite nicely, although sometimes I wish I could actually live in the era I'm writing about. It's frustrating trying to create images without actually having the chance to personally experience them. Research books are all well and good, but being able to taste the atmosphere of the time would be quite another thing. You know, there are 1 or 2 things I could show you that might be of help. Aside from the pagan temple I mentioned, I should maybe let you see something else. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's a closely guarded secret, but I sense you're a man to be trusted.
There are only 1 or 2 of us who know of its existence, but if I could be assessed you are ED of your discretion, I'd be inclined to allow you a look. Is this the sort of atmosphere you were looking for? I'm sorry, but you can't touch these. You can look all you like, but I'm afraid they're too delicate to withstand any handling.
Yes. Yes, of course. But what is this place? How long has it been here? How the hell? Oh, please excuse my language, Reverend.
That's okay. It's just the excitement of the moment. I cursed myself the first time I saw it.
So who showed you this? Who brought you here?
I can't tell you that. Sorry. Hang on, there's more. I'll just be a moment. Wait until I tell you to come.
Kenneth, there you are. That was the man from Edinburgh on the phone. He needs you to call him right away. I tried you in the vestry, but you didn't answer, so I thought I'd better come looking. He said it was important, very important.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine, but I'm afraid we'll have to save our hike for another time. I've got to return this call, and from the looks of you, you've had enough for your first outing. Why don't you phone me tomorrow, and we'll reschedule.
Thank you for the tutor. It was absolutely fantastic.
Your word's been given, remember. You must tell no one. Best not forget.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
Not too bad, thank you, considering I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle with this damn cold. I'm supposed to go fishing with Graham this afternoon, but I just don't feel up to it. I think I'll call him and cancel.
And what are your plans? Are you okay? You look odd.
Oh no, hey, I'm fine, just fine.
Well, I think I'll just stay in and read this new book one got. It looks like the sun's trying to break through. Wouldn't be a great day for fishing, anyway.
Probably a good idea to take it easy if you're not feeling well. Maybe I should stay with you.
John, please, I'll be fine.
Okay, if you're sure. I think I'll do a little exploring.
Not at the ruin, I hope.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of heading up the other side of the loch. I heard about a Glen Russin was the site of a great battle. Might be a good place to soak up some atmosphere.
Well, maybe I should fix you a picnic. Then you wouldn't have to rush back. You can stay as long as you want.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. I'll just grab some fruit, and maybe some chips, or should I say crisps? Thank you, God. So what have you brought for lunch?
I've bought gammon sandwiches, and hothouse tomatoes, and an apple tart for dessert. I made it myself. I hope it turned out all right.
You know, back in the States, we're a bit obsessed with size over substance. We grow the world's largest strawberries. Unfortunately, they're completely tasteless, kinda like our role models.
Oh, but I'd love to go to America. It's awfully frustrating for the likes of me around here, you know. There's not much opportunity. I'll never be famous if I stay here.
Well, maybe that's not all bad. Fame's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, there's a heavy price that goes with it, and you gotta pay up. It can steal your soul. One day, you wake up and look in the mirror, and you see how much you've paid. Stay true to yourself, Moira. That's the best advice I can give you. Never give them anything you're not proud of. That way, You can be in control of your own life.
No one cares about decency anymore, or dignity. Hell, the scripts I was getting were nothing but infomercials for violence. That's why I quit. I couldn't take it anymore.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what got into me. I didn't mean to babble. Please forgive me.
On the contrary, Mr. M.A., John, I don't think I've ever gotten to know so much about anybody quite so quickly. Honestly, I found it fascinating. And it's really nice to know that you care about things so much. I think you're very nice. Now, how would you like to hear what I've got to say?
Good idea. I'm tired of listening myself.
Well, do you like it?
Oh yeah, I like it.
It's fine, John. Really it is. It might actually be considered a compliment, if you think about it.
Moira.
Yes.
Why me?
I really can't answer that. All I can say is I didn't expect this to happen, really. This isn't good, you know. Not for either of us.
Hi.
John, damn you. I told you not to do that. I hate it when you sneak up on me. I've told you, if you're going to scroll about, be loud about it.
I'm so sorry, honey. I really wasn't sneaking up on you. Here, I got you these.
Why, John? What a nice surprise. It's been a while since you brought me flowers. What's the matter? Feeling guilty about something? Where have you been?
Well, actually, I went to the keep after all. I know you don't want me going there. The place inspires me. It's part of the story I'm writing. I guess I lost track of time again. I'm really sorry. Well, I could use a bite to eat. Can I get you?
No thanks. I don't need anything.
In other news from the BBC, a young girl in Glasgow was murdered in an intense, gruesome crime that many investigators.
I can't believe it. Murder. Here. I guess I was naive, but the thought never occurred to me. It's really awful. Even in Scotland, there are monsters. We might as well be in LA.
Well, honey, I think I'm gonna hit the sheets early. It's been a long day, and I'm whipped. Coming.
No. I think I'll see if there's anything good on. I'm not real tired. I napped most of the afternoon, I think. But it worked. I'm feeling much better.
I'm glad. I'm really glad you're feeling better.
Happy anniversary. Graham says there are some different day trips out to Oban, so I'm checking them out. I just wanted to let you know. I'm going to take the car, and you have the ready in case you need anything in town.
I should be back late tonight, but if I'm too tired to drive, I'll just stay the night in Oban. I'll let you know. Come in.
Hello John, I've missed you.
What? What are you doing here?
Well, I came to see you. You see, earlier today, I saw Mrs. MacIntyre, your wife, leaving the village with Graham Nesbit. It looked to me like they were be gone for a while, so I decided to surprise you. I brought you some supper. I hope you like fish and chips.
Graham Nesbit. You saw Valerie with Graham.
Oh, they were together in your car. I saw them plain as day. Are you feeling all right, John? You don't look well. You look like you haven't slept for a week. You're not catching something, are you?
No, I'm fine. I guess I've just been working too hard. Maybe I need a break.
Hello.
Hi Val, where are you? Oh, nothing. I'm fine. Just fine. How are you? Oh, I see. Yes. Well, that's too bad. So you're where? And you're sure you'll be alright all by yourself? Okay then. Alright, I'll see you sometime tomorrow afternoon. Have fun. Hey, me too. Bye.
Everything okay?
Oh yes, fine. Just fine, thanks.
You didn't know she was going away with Graham, did you?
Well, come to think of it, maybe she did mention it. Anyway, it's nothing to worry about. You know how he is.
Oh, I certainly do.
So would you like to eat, or a drink maybe?
That would be nice. A drink would be nice. Do you have any wine open?
I called a friend of mine in London about you. I meant your music.
Oh, thank God. I didn't know what you're going to say there for a minute.
Anyway, he's an executive in the music business, and he's promised to do whatever he can. As a matter of fact, he told me that next weekend, there's going to be a big charity event at Glengle's Hotel, and he's planning to attend. There'll be lots of music people there, and some movie stars. He said that a couple of the royals are expected as well. Are you listening to me, young lady? This is important.
So are you, John? Really, really important. Could we talk about the other stuff tomorrow? I'll get up early and make us a huge breakfast. We can talk about your plans for my success.
Breakfast? Here? I don't think so. That would surely be the last straw for my poor housekeeper. She already think I'm some kind of deviant. I'm afraid, dear girl, that you're going to have to go home, and unfortunately, I can't offer to drive you. Valerie took the car.
Oh, never you mind. I've got the scooter, and I never really want to stay with you. Anyway, I've had all I need from you. Maybe I should let him miss me for a while. Maybe I'll go away and let him wonder where I've gone. The hell with Drummond, and the hell with John MacIntyre.
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing much. I started to write a letter home and found that there's so much news. I should probably call instead.
So, what are you writing now?
Well, I thought that maybe writing down some of the things that are on my mind might help. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, with you, or with us, and I'm trying to be rational about it all. Listen, I know I've been acting strangely. I don't really understand what it is. Myself, I haven't paying nearly attention to you, or to us. We came here to be together. And for me to get some work done. Well, neither is happening at the moment. I want you to know, I'm really sorry. I've been acting like an old fool, and I'm asking you to give me a chance to make it up to you. I think that we should head home soon. Maybe things will be easier there. Fewer distractions. What do you think?
You're right, John. You have been acting like a fool, and in your defense, it's not something I've had a lot of practice with. Actually, I've been thinking about going home, and leaving you to sort out what's important. I don't know what else to do.
Don't go, honey. It's finished. Whatever foolishness I've been caught up in, please don't leave yet. At least wait a few more days. Give me a chance to show you. It'll be different. I promise. How about that cruise we talked about? Would you like that?
John, I'd love to do that with you, at least you arrived here with, but I don't think that it's a good idea at the moment. Why don't you go back into your work for a few days? Maybe it'll help focus you. I won't make any decisions. Let's see what happens.
Deal. Thank you. Thanks very much.
So why don't you start now? Good, right. It's what you need to do.
Where you off to, then? Please talk to me, Moira. I'll do anything. It can be just the way you want it. Come on, we need you. I need you. I'm in trouble, Moira. Terrible trouble.
Listen, Ali, while it was good, but things changed. Things are different for me now, far different, and if you must know, I'm off to London. I've got a friend there who's promised to get me a recording deal, and I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know if I'll ever be back. I won't be part of what's going on around here, not anymore. You can't tell anyone, Ali. Drummond can't know where I am. I shouldn't have told you, damn it.
I won't tell, Moira. I promise.
Listen, it's just something I've got to do. I've been telling you for years that I was going to leave this place. Well, now's the perfect time. That's all.
But London, it's so far away. And what friend? How the hell did you make a friend in London? And what about your damn boyfriend? What's he going to say? What's John MacIntyre going to say?
What did you say? What do you know about me and him, then?
You were being watched, Moira. Drummond's always had you watched.
Taxi.
George.
Graham.
So where's Moira off to in that taxi that just ran me down?
They say she's on her way to London. Gone to get famous.
She's what? What did you say?
Gone to the big city, Graham. She's gone willingly into the tent of the enemy. She turned her back on us.
I don't believe it. She wouldn't. Something must have happened.
What's the matter, Graham? Did she not get your permission?
Watch your mouth, my lad, or you'll be wearing it backward. Who's she seeing in London, George?
Nobody knows. She didn't tell anybody she was going. Alistair just happened to catch her as she left.
Drink.
How about a nice cup of coffee?
I thank you, John. A whiskey, if you don't mind, hey? A whiskey just the thing. On second thought, make that a large whiskey. This could take a minute.
Can I get you anything, Val?
No thanks. I'm fine.
Mr. MacIntyre, you're indeed one of the luckiest men in this world, and undoubtedly one of the stupidest. That's why I came here to tell you. So I thought that I might as well get it said right off. This is unquestionably the finest woman I've ever had the pleasure to meet. And you blind fool, are doing everything in your power to force her out of your life. There isn't a man alive who wouldn't give his right crocus to be married to the likes of her. To have her for a partner through this life must truly be a blessing, one that you, John, don't seem to appreciate. She could get the flippin' fairies to fly right side up. So, my advice to you is to remove your head from up your arse and smell the flowers before they're all withered. Do you get my gist? How about you, John? Do you need another?
No thanks. I'm fine. Thank you.
Be warned, John MacIntyre. I'll not say it again. Strange things happening since you arrived here, and there's probably more to come. I hope you haven't gotten yourself into more than you bargained for. People aren't always what they seem in this vale, and you shouldn't be staying in this house longer than you must. I've a feeling you've outstayed your welcome as it is. I don't know what you know about this, John, or if you have anything to do with her decision, but Moira's left for London. She went today. For you, John, that might be a good thing.
Stop it.
An ambulance? I'll get him out. Call for help? Quick.
Mrs. MacIntyre. Your husband is okay, but I'm afraid that he has a mild concussion, and a very sore shoulder. He would have to be laid up for a while, he would, with proper care, and recover completely.
I'm going out, Val. I won't be long.
I think it's better not knowing for sure if he's involved with her. There's nothing I can say or do. And if we can just make it through the next few days, we'll be all right. We'll be on our way home, and the spell of this place will be broken.
And it's something very precious to us all. Campbell's own dagger has disappeared this time. It's apparent someone else has learned how to enter the chamber, and that person's the damn traitor. We must find him, and he must be severely punished. I need to get my hands on this thief. John, you're the one of the very few who have ever been inside, and I assume you're no thief. Apart from us, there are only 2 others who know how to access the chamber. Or so I thought. I'm sure you'll be happy to help with the investigation.
I'm just going to fix a smack. Can I get anyone anything?
We've just had something, but thanks for asking.
What do you know about Reverend Drummond? Is he a friend of yours?
I don't think Kenneth Drummond's got many friends, John. I'd be careful of him, if I were you. People are worried. Although we're not always the best of friends, we do look out for our own in this village. The barns run deep. It's very strange that nobody heard from her. Do you think that there's any chance your husband might know something? One night, I answered the phone here. It was late, after you and John were in bed. When I said hello, nobody spoke, although I could hear someone breathing on the other end. I had a feeling it was Moira. I have to ask him about it. I hope you understand.
Oh, I understand. As a matter of fact, I'd like to be there when you do.
John, there's something I've got to ask you about. Now it may be a sore subject around here, but I've got to ask it anyway. It's about Moira MacLeod. You know that 10 days ago, she left her village, apparently bound for London. Something about a recording deal and someone there who was going to help. Now, as far as I know, the lassie's got no friends in London, so I'm wondering, how did she make contact with a record company? You see I'm getting at?
Yes, I do, but what's this got to do with me?
I'm not sure. I don't know the extent of your relationship with her, but I'm given to believe there's been some discussion of her career, and your desire to help. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But if you think I'm responsible for her leaving, you're mistaken.
Well, John, I don't know what to think. I really don't. Young Alistair Fraser told me that you and the girl might have been together at a fancy hotel recently, where she sang, at some big event.
He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Believe me, Graham, if I knew, I'd tell you. And whatever relationship we had innocent now it's over.
At the same time, I wish Moira well, although I'm sure she's fine. She's off pursuing her dream, and somebody will hear from her soon. She'll be calling with good news. She's very talented, you know.
Oh yes, I know. Well, John, if you do hear anything, be sure to let me know, will you?
I sure will. You can count on it. Well, if you both excuse me, I've got some work to do. Yes, I'm MacIntyre. And who are you?
I'm Ian MacLeod, Moira's brother. I heard you were in here. I'm told that you were one of the last people to speak to my sister before she left. Well, we haven't heard a word from her, and folks are saying that you might know something. I've come to ask if there's anything you can tell us that might help.
Believe me, son, if I knew anything, I'd tell you. As a matter of fact, I didn't speak to your sister for several days before she left.
Well, we wouldn't want to think that you were responsible for her leaving the village, would we, Mr. MacIntyre?
I assure you, I had nothing to do with it, but I will do all I can to help. If there's anything you need, money or whatever, you can count on me.
We'll not be needing your money, but thanks all the same.
Morning, Mr. Tavish. And how are you this morning?
Oh, about the same. I'd say about the same.
So let me ask you, what the hell's going on around here? Why am I getting the cold shower? And why are people saying I'm responsible for young Moira's disappearance?
Oh, I imagine you can probably answer that better than me, Mr. MacIntyre. Some folks think you know more than you're saying, and they don't like to be misled. I'd advise you to tell what you know before it's too late.
This is crazy. Maybe it's time to be heading back to the States. It looks like we've overstayed our welcome and killed bride.
Yes, this is Xander.
So where is she?
I've no friggin' idea where she is, asshole, but I'd love to know. In case you do find her, there's something I'd like to discuss with her, unfinished business, you might say.
So, she was there.
Oh yeah, she was here all right, treated like a bloody princess she was, until she burned down the damn house.
Well, if she committed a crime, I'm sure you reported it to the police. Maybe they know her whereabouts.
No, the police don't know shit. They have no idea she was even there. They think it was an accident. But I know different. Don't I? Tell you what. Why don't you give me your number there? I'll get in touch if I hear anything.
Not a chance. You stupid little prick.
Okay, fine douchebag, don't give it to me. But let me tell you, I hope the crazy bitch gets what's coming to her. And if you do find her, tell her that her old friend Alec is looking for her. And by the way, before I let you go, I should really thank you. The girl was a lot of fun. You really taught her well.
Oh well, it's nice to know that some people find happy endings.
It was only a movie, unfortunately. Real life tends to serve up a little more reality.
Oh, I don't know. It seems to me you were fairly happy when you arrive here.
Maybe so, but I've come to realize that things aren't always what they seem. And I was afraid to face the facts. I used to think that what I didn't know couldn't hurt me. But now I'm not so sure. Now I wonder how faithful John's really been over the years.
Now you listen, my girl, you have no evidence that John's been unfaithful, so don't go manufacturing things. I actually think your husband's a good man who's gotten caught up in something he knows nothing about. It could happen to anybody, well maybe not to you, Saint Valerie, but to any of us lesser mortals. By the way, I'll be heading home tomorrow, and not only because of the physical abuse you just inflicted. Really. I'm feeling pretty good, and I've stayed long enough.
Well, if you feel you must...
You see, there's always a right time. The trick is to recognize it when it appears. Now I know it'll be a sad day for me when it comes, but I think it's time you and John leaving this place, too.
What do you mean?
Well, there's some strangeness going on at the moment, what with Moira's disappearance and all. I don't like the mood of the village. I've seen it before. When anything bad happens around here, the folk are inclined to close ranks. I don't want anything happen to you, or to John.
Thanks, Graham. I really appreciate your concern. You're a good friend.
And I'll content myself with that, I suppose. Of course, you know I love you, but you're a person who takes her commitment seriously. It's one of the reasons I do love you.
Graham, I.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything, but I wish you'd make your plans to leave the sooner the better.
You're my best friend, Graham Nesbit.
So is this the end of it, Ollie?
It might be the end of me, Ian.
Oh shit. The car. Good timing.
John, I need to tell you something. I've been on the phone trying to arrange a flight home. I don't know if you're planning to come with me or not. Anyway, I can't give anything until the 7th. It seems that this is a busy time.
It's okay, Val. I already have us booked for the 2nd.
You were there, and I have a feeling you witnessed some larceny. Another artifact has been removed from the chamber. You see, your car was spotted at the cemetery.
What the hell?
I know you were there last night, but I am sure you're no thief. I suspect you don't need the money, and you seem to have respect for your heritage. Actually, I have an idea who the villain is. Now, tell me please, what did you see?
Okay, I did see something. There were 2 of them. They came out of the Campbell monument. One of them was carrying something. It was too dark to see them clearly, but I might be able to recognize them if I see them again.
Very well then, as you wish. Oh, by the way, you're invited to join our little outing this weekend. I recommend you make your presence felt. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to discuss what the future holds. We may even find time to share stories about mutual friends, like Moira and MacLeod, for instance. I'll see you Saturday then, John. I'll be looking forward to it.
What was all about that?
Oh, nothing. He wants my help with his boys club on Saturday. For some reason, he wants to pick my brain about special effects.
John, hurry. There's somebody in the house. What is it?
I don't know, damn it, Val. You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry. I was frightened. I thought something happened to you. Someone's been in here.
Now let's not jump to conclusions. There may be another explanation. I've seen it happen before. In old houses with large windows like these, they often used rope pulleys to lift the weight. Sometimes, if they've been left unlatched, the windows can rise of their own accord. There, it won't happen again.
But John, this room was locked. How in God's name did the door open?
Actually, I just assumed the door was locked. I never tried to get in this room. Did you?
No, I guess I never did.
How about a drink?
Good idea.
So where's Alistair Fraser, then? Ian MacLeod, I'm talking to you. Where's your accomplice Ian? I know you both visited the chamber, a place you've been forbidden to enter. The fact that you pillaged it is abominable. Mr. Fraser's absence tonight would serve to suggest his guilt. But I'll deal with him later. Your own atonement will begin now. You did steal the relic, Ian, didn't you? I want an answer. Now?
Yes, sir. I was party to the theft. Ollie told me if I didn't go with him to help, something terrible would happen to my sister. He said he knew where she was, and that she'd be in big trouble if I didn't go. I didn't even know there was a room down there. I was really scared, but I was more scared not to go.
So, you placed your own needs before the needs of your tribe. Are you not ashamed, boy?
I am, sir. I haven't slept since. I knew you would find us out. You always do. I told Ollie we'd get caught, but he said he'd done it before, and you hadn't noticed anything missing.
You all know what this means, don't you? Oh, have no fears about him, Jeremy. Mr. MacIntyre has his own failings to worry about. You see, we've uncovered some of his secrets. As a result, he appreciates the need to keep. See him.
Graham, I gotta tell you, I didn't think that we could ever be friends, but I was wrong. You're really quite a guy for a fa.
Were you going to say fag?
Well, yeah, I mean you must admit you damn well don't act gay, do you?
Well, John, since we're being honest with each other, having a male bonding moment, you might say, I feel it's my duty to tell you about myself. Since we've fought a battle together, I feel the need to tell you the truth. Well, you see, I'm not gay, John, not by a long shot. I never have been. I'm sorry I deceived you, but it seemed like the best approach at the time. All right, John, now you've got to listen. You must believe me. Valerie and I know.
That's for your sheer stupidity, and for Valerie. The woman loves you. Why don't you ever listen?
What I was trying to tell you, John, is that your wife and I never intimate. Not that I didn't try, you understand. But she wouldn't have it. She takes her pledges seriously, that woman, and, for some reason, she loves you to death. You're a lucky bastard, you know.
I know.
So, I think I might have an idea where Moira is, and from what the police said about her condition, I think we'd better hurry. Why don't you go home and get some rest? I'm going to take a look for Moira.
John? Oh God. Oh, John. It was horrible. They wanted to kill me. I could see it in their eyes. It was Dermond's voice. They hate us. But why are your clothes all wet?
I'll tell you. I need to tell you everything. Thank heaven you're okay. We have to go to the police. Somebody needs to put a stop to this crap.
Oh, John. What have you done? What are you involved in?
Let me go change clothes. Then I'll tell you the whole story.
I pray the poor girl's alright.
Well, Graham's trying to find her. He thinks he knows where she is. Actually, I think I know too. Stop, please. Oh please, let her go. Oh no, don't.
John, are you okay? You were having a nightmare. You were talking so loud. You woke me up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry Val.
John, is it you? I was afraid you'd come. I tried to stop you, but it was too late. You see, there's really no choice now. I know this is the only way to put a stop to them. You're not John.
Morning, Mrs. MacIntyre. I'm Dr. Ashby. I understand there's been an accident. May I come in?
Oh, yes. Please.
Well, as far as I can tell, there are no other injuries, but he must have taken quite a wallop on his head. Has he regained consciousness at all since you found him?
No, he hasn't. He was moving a bit when I first reached him. Since then, not a peep.
I see. Frankly, Mrs. MacIntyre, I'm loath to move him. There's no facility close by that has the equipment necessary for monitoring his condition. The closest would be Glasgow, and that's over 2 hours by ambulance. I think that the best thing we can do for the moment is to just let him rest comfortably. This thing might take care of itself within a couple of hours. I'll stop in again later on, and please, call me on my pager if there's any change.
Oh my god.
What is it?
I just remembered. We're supposed to be on our way to the airport. We're booked to fly back to the States this afternoon.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. MacIntyre, but there's no possible chance of that. You'd better call and cancel your reservations, because from what I can determine, your husband won't be flying anywhere for a while.
Oh, John, what are we going to do? We should have been on our way home. Maybe Graham was right. Maybe the house won't let us leave.
Morning, Mrs. MacIntyre. This is Inspector Wadsworth and Sergeant Bailey. They're from Scotland Yard. We'd like to speak to your husband, if we may.
What's this about? My husband's sick. He's not up to having visitors.
Well, we're not visitors, madam. We do need to see Mr. MacIntyre. There are one or two very important questions we must ask him, and we'd appreciate the opportunity to interview him this morning. We won't bother him any more than necessary, but it's essential that we see him.
John, these men are here to speak with you. They're from Scotland Yard, and you already know Constable Smiley. They say it's important.
Good morning, Mr. MacIntyre. My name is Wadsworth, Chief Inspector William Wadsworth. Believe me, I'm no poet. This is Sergeant Bailey, my associate. We're here to ask you one or two questions. I understand you've had an accident, and I do apologize for interrupting your convalescence. I hope that you're on your road to recovery. We'll make this as brief as possible.
So what's the problem, Inspector?
May we sit down, Mrs. MacIntyre? It makes us seem a bit less intimidating, more comfortable for everyone. Now, Mr. MacIntyre, can you account your whereabouts on the evening of the 29th? That would be the night before last.
What's going on here? What this about?
In a moment, sir. First, we'd like you to tell us where you were that night, up until, 4 o'clock a.m. That would be the morning of the 30th, of course.
Inspector Wadsworth, the truth is, we don't know. We really don't. My husband caught in the storm that night, and we didn't find him until the next day. He hit his head and can't remember anything.
Oh yes, that terrible storm. Thank you, Mrs. MacIntyre, for your response, but I really prefer to have your husband answer my questions, if you don't mind.
Inspector, as you can see, my husband's not well, and you're acting like he's under suspicion for something. Now I realize that this is not America, but in the States. He would not be required to answer your questions. I'm sure we'd be happy to cooperate, but we have to know what this is about.
I do apologize, Mrs. MacIntyre. If you were under the impression that your husband is a suspect in a crime, you're mistaken. We are simply seeking information, and have reason to believe that Mr. MacIntyre can be of help. We're reasonably there's been a homicide, but we're still in the very early stages of our investigation.
Homicide? What homicide?
One more question, Mrs. MacIntyre, if I might, then we'll tell you what we can. Just how well did you know Mr. Graham Nesbit? Did you see him on the evening of the 29th?
Graham. Something's happened to Graham. Oh my God. No. Is he?
How well did you know him, Mr. MacIntyre?
Oh, pretty well I'd say. We haven't known him long, but we spent some time together over the last few weeks. Actually, Valerie knows him better than I do.
Really? Spent a lot of time in his company, eh?
Please tell me what happened.
Well, I suppose you have a right to know. Mr. Nesbit's body was discovered yesterday, dashed to pieces on the rocks beneath Campbell Keep. It's surprising we found him so soon, actually. It's a very remote spot, you know, and if it hadn't been for an unusual confluence of birds, it might have been weeks before the body was discovered. One of the local fishermen got curious and went to have a look. Mr. Nesbit wasn't ever reported missing, so there was no search in progress, and I must tell you, it took us quite a while to identify the body. The crows made a real mess of it.
I think you should leave now.
Please get in touch with us, Mr. MacIntyre, should you remember anything, no matter how trivial it seems. We'll be rooming at the Crown and Thistle during the investigation.
I've got bad news, I'm afraid. Very bad news, very bad indeed.
Tell me.
Well, you see, we killed the wrong man.
You what? You did what?
We killed Graham Nesbit by mistake. Well, not me. I wasn't actually there. I sent Alistair Frazier to do it. I was sure he could handle the job. It was a terrible storm that night and MacIntyre never made it to the fortress. Alistair didn't know that. How could he? He didn't see that it was Graham. He never expected him to be there. So you see, it was an accident, really, a terrible accident. It was nobody's fault.
I know how angry you must be, but I never thought the boy would make such a mess of it. He was perfect for the task, willing to do anything to avoid the punishment he had coming. Now he's ruined everything, all our hard work. But you know, maybe the fates have intervened. Have you thought of that? Maybe something even more powerful than you is trying to prevent us. Maybe we're being barred from the tomb.
Very well, John, now I need to know everything there is to know, and I will require all the details of your relationship with the deceased. Wadsworth may be a pompous ass, but I have a feeling he's a wily investigator. Now there's a report here that you and Nesbit were caught speeding, involved in some kind of car chase on the night before the murder, and there's an eyewitness account of a brawl in the streets of Oban, also the night before the murder. There's more, much more. I see they've already recovered physical evidence from the murder scene that proves you were there. Also, there are rumors of your wife having an intimate relationship with Nesbit, as well as reports of your own involvement with a young woman who's recently gone missing. This is not good. These items, coupled with your inability to account for your whereabouts on the night of the killing, pose a real dilemma. All in all, it doesn't look good. I can understand why Wadsworth looks like he ate the canary. So I suggest you start telling me all you know. The truth and nothing but, if you please.
I can explain these things. Really, I can. It's not the way it sounds. I can answer all your questions.
Well, may I suggest that this would be a good time to start?
Oh God, thank you. I knew I couldn't have.
You've been bonded. You're free to go, for the time being.
How did you pull this off?
Well, I managed to arrange something at the bank, so I'm advancing the funds until things are sorted out in the States. I'm sure you're good for it.
I've got good news. I remember everything.
But undoubtedly, the most important task is the unearthing of Miss MacLeod. Now John, I realize that what I'm about to discuss may be uncomfortable for you, but if I'm to properly represent you, there must be no surprises, none whatsoever. We must assume that the prosecutors know everything, even if they don't. If they manage to catch us in one lie, one misrepresentation, we're done. You understand? So, if there are some revelations that might be troubling, I must insist that you tell me. John, I need to ask you, did you have a sexual relationship with Moira MacLeod?
Well yes. I'm afraid we did. But it's over. I haven't seen her in weeks. But yes, we were intimate a few times.
How many people have knowledge of this?
I don't know. Really, I don't.
And the rest? So, how many people saw you together? You know they'll be coming out of the woodwork before this is over.
I know.
Tell me, John, does the girl have any family in Kilbride? Is there any chance they might know something?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she does. Why didn't I think of that? Her folks live outside the village, somewhere in the hills. I just hope she's not at the bottom of the lock.
If somebody threw her into the lock, or if she jumped in on her own, she would have been found by now. Bodies invariably surface in 36 hours. No, John, my instinct tells me that Miss MacLeod is somewhere nearby, but she's chosen to stay out of sight.
I pray to God, you're right, counselor.
Aye, what is it then?
Mr. MacLeod?
No, I'm not Mr. MacLeod. Who the hell are you, and the heck do you want?
Well, sir, I'm Andrew St. Giles, a barrister from Edinburgh. This is Mr. John MacIntyre, my client. We were hoping that you might be able to shed some light on one Moira MacLeod. We were led to believe that she lives here, or at least did at one time.
So you that damn yank, well, you can count your lucky stars I'm not able to stand. I'd give you to hide it. Oh, your life, I would. What have you done with my daughter?
Are we to assume, then, that you haven't heard from your daughter? We're desperate to find her. It's a matter of life and death.
She's not my daughter. I'm married to her mother, if you must know. Name's Moore. And we haven't heard a word from Moira since you went there. Mr. Big Shot started filling your head with nonsense. Fleeched the poor band away from your family. You did. Now I suggest you take yourselves away from here before I lose my temper. Get out of my sight. And you, Mr. MacIntyre, be very, very careful. I'm running. Yee. There's a curse in this valley, and it's got you in its sides. You will not escape it.
Stop the car. Stop right here.
It's here. This is it. I can't believe I found it. I'd forgotten all about it.
What's here? What are you talking about?
The old road. It's the old road into the keep. Graham showed it to me one day. He said it hadn't been used for years, but it looks to me a car's been on it very recently. Take a look.
See, there's been a car here, and not too long ago, from the looks of things.
You're quite right, Valerie. Someone's driven down this road very recently, but I don't think it was a car. The tracks don't measure up. I think it was a two-wheeled vehicle.
A motor scooter. Should we go look?
Not right now, I'd say. I think we might have more success after dark, when we're not so easy to spot, just in case someone's watching.
Should we tell Wadsworth? Shouldn't the police know about this?
Normally I'd say yes, but in this case, I don't think so. If she's here, we have a chance to talk to her before they do. What do you say, John? Why don't you and I come back tonight and do a little snooping?
Fine with me.
To us, the we three, I've a feeling we've begun to crack the veil. Don't worry, we'll get to the truth, no matter how well it's been hidden. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor to be working with both of you, and we've had a very good day. I think it may have been Stalin who proclaimed that God is always on the side of those with the biggest guns, but I think that old Stalin might be proven wrong. Here's to us.
You're wonderful, Andrew.
Well, John, are you ready to have the week poke around the fortress? See what the goblins are up to? What do you think? It's been a lucky day so far.
So I'm ready. The answer is there somewhere. I'm sure of it.
So, who do you suppose the old lady is the one who's been watching Brady?
It must be somebody who knew the boat before we ever arrived here. It could have been anybody.
So why don't you tell me more about your relationship with Nesbit? Maybe it holds a clue to what we're missing. Did he ever reveal any private thoughts? Did he share any secrets that you're not remembering, no matter how unrelated they may seem?
Graham and I were good friends, Andrew. Nothing more.
Did he ever give you any gifts, or something to keep for him?
No, I don't remember him ever giving me a gift.
We're in the crown room, that's what Graham called it. It does look a bit like a crown. Don't you think? This is the entrance.
I'm in Campbell's doom.
I had to bring you here, I had to show it to you. I couldn't keep the secret to myself anymore. You see, I might not be here much longer, there's such terrible things in the Vale. I know this is the way Graham would want it. We've been waiting for a man like you, John. But you need to keep the treasure safe. Not a single piece can be removed from this place, ever, because that will surely bring death to the Fletcher. I should know, because I took a piece or two myself, and within the hour, death appeared. I don't understand why it didn't take me though. You see, the trove belongs to the keep, and the keep's a right jealous beast.
Oh God, she's like a bird.
It's all right, John, don't be afraid. Look there in that corner. Look for the shield. Push it.
Well, I found her. I'm sorry I skipped out on you guys, but I thought it was our only chance. I figured that if she saw two of us, she'd never show herself. Turns out I was right, for once.
No, it can't be.
I'm afraid it is.
We need to call a doctor. She's in a bad way.
So, what happened?
Do you think you can find it again?
The tomb. Not a chance, Andrew. It's a labyrinth in there. First you'd need a map, then you'd have to know how to open the walls.
You know, for years, stories have circulated about that trove, but contrary to the popular speculation, I think it's actually the lost treasure of King Charles.
What's that?
Well, I believe that trove dates back to the early 1600s. The Campbells were the most powerful clan in the country at that time, and the keep was their stronghold. They conducted their brutal, bloody raids with absolute impunity, bullying every clan in western Scotland. They had always been rich and greatly feared, but the theft of the king's treasure was the act that ensured their invincibility. Through my research, I've come to the conclusion that the lost treasure of King Charles I is not on the bottom of the Firth of Forth as so many of my colleagues believe. Well, you see, in the 1630s, Charles ascended to the throne. Although he had been born here in Scotland, he'd lived in England since he was 3. Anyway, the people here insisted that since he indeed Scottish, he should be crowned on his native soil. He agreed to the request and made the journey north with a caravan of over 50 wagons and an army of troops. The wagon train stretched for over 2 miles, and the wagons were filled with silver and gold as well as the Scottish crown jewels, which had been stolen by the English in 1296 and taken to Westminster Abbey along with the Stone of Destiny, our coronation stone. The Campbells knew they wouldn't have the stone back, but they'd have the chance of the jewels. Anyway, Charles refused to use any eating utensils or plates or cups that weren't made of solid gold, so he brought them all with him from England. He even required that his retinue be served on nothing less than silver. Well, needless to say, it was quite a load. Toward the end of his visit, the idiot king, as he was aptly called, decided to cross the perilous Firth of Forth, no matter that he'd been warned about the folly of his plan. He loaded his treasure, including the half a ton of gold and silver, onto a little ship named, ironically, the Blessing, and sent his fortune out into the Firth, heading for Leith, where his own galleon was waiting to take him back to the safety of England. Needless to say, a good old Scottish storm came up and swamped the Blessing. Apparently, the treasure went right to the bottom, lost forever. But for some reason, Charles, at the last minute, decided not to cross on the Blessing, so His Royal Highness was spared. The Scots, of course, proclaimed the sinking an act of God. Now here's the good part. According to one account I uncovered, several days before the deadly crossing, the king's caravan was attacked by a band of Scottish warriors, and several of the wagons were taken. The king himself never spoke about the incident. He'd been robbed of the crown jewels, forgot Saka, and the humiliation of his wounded English troops being routed by a few crazy Scots was more than the king could admit to. There is no doubt in my mind that the Campbells were the culprits.
So, when Charles returned to England, he rounded up 16 alleged witches and had them executed for causing the mishap, kingly man that he was.
Not long after all this, young Charles was beheaded in the Tower of London, so the whole matter soon faded into the annals of history. Meanwhile, the disposition of the missing treasure wagons remained a mystery, although shortly thereafter, the wealth of the Campbells had somehow grown tenfold. For years I have believed that King Charles's treasure and several pieces of the Scottish crown jewels were hidden in the Campbell's stronghold. As a matter of fact, I did my thesis on it at university.
That has to be the treasure I saw. Aside from the jewel chests, there were stacks and stacks of gold and silver plates.
I knew it. Amazing. It's truly amazing. Why are we whispering?
I don't know, but it feels right.
Do you know him?
It's Alistair Fraser. He's a friend of Moira's. Let's get out of here. We've got to tell somebody about this.
I don't know if that's really such a good idea. We have no idea what the hell's going on here, and until we do, I say we volunteer nothing. Ever since you told me about the call from Moira that got you caught out in the storm, I've been wondering if we're looking at this thing the right way.
What do you mean?
What if Nesbit's death was a mistake? What if the crimped fuel line was purely an accident, and it was never tampered with? Maybe you were supposed to reach the keep that night, and Graham Nesbit was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe, instead of being framed for murder, you are supposed to be the victim.
Who'd want to kill me?
Who would want to keep Graham Nesbit?
Me, supposedly.
Listen to me, John. We assumed that someone wanted you stranded in the middle of the lot, and it made sense to us, because it guaranteed you wouldn't have an alibi. But think about this. Why would Drummond give up so many of his secrets to a complete stranger? I don't believe he would have, unless you were supposed to die. And I'm convinced that Moira had a role in this. She must know what's going on. Could it be that she was pressured into seducing you? And if so, what was the purpose? What did they need from you? I'll tell you one thing, whoever engineered this thing is one clever bastard, no matter what the truth is. The whole village believe you caused Nesbit's death, so now they're talking about you and their stupid curse in the same breath. And now on top of everything else, we just happened to stumble over another body. Great. Just bloody great.
Well, did you find anything?
No, Valerie, we didn't find what we're looking for. Someone's got there before us.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's bad, alright. I'm afraid there's more to this than meets the eye. As my dear, departed uncle once told me, there's no such thing as coincidence. It's all too pat.
So this is what they've been talking about. I knew there was something weird about this place. The article, from the Glasgow Herald, dated July 16, 1971, was entitled The Curse of the Keep. It described a gruesome double murder that had taken place in Clanbride village. Lorraine Martin, an ex-actress, had been cut to pieces by her 13-year-old son, Rupert. After the killing, the boy had continued living in the Ainsley house, as if nothing had happened. It had taken days to discover the crime. The grim discovery was made by a local boy named Graham Nesbit, who'd been a friend of Rupert Martin. The police found the woman's dismembered body miraculously reassembled, dressed in fresh clothes, and placed on the couch beside the fireplace, with a romance novel lying open in her lap.
Well, this certainly explains the curse. No wonder people steered clear of this house in Campbell Keep.
My God, when did no one ever mention this to us?
I'm surprised Graham didn't tell you. I thought he was your friend.
He was my friend Andrew, and I realize now that he tried to warn me. I guess I should have listened.
So, we come to find that there's a terrible connection between this house and the keep. I know there are answers there. We need to get into the tomb, John. I believe it will lead us to our killer. I have a feeling he's been there, and Moira knows the way in.
She won't do it. I know she won't. She'll never go inside that place again. The poor girl saw hell there. But speaking of hell, that gives me an idea. Maybe you and I should pay a visit to the asylum in Perth and try to see this Marnie character. He probably has some idea about what's going on around here.
I don't know, John. I can't imagine that he'd be any of use. After all, it was years ago, and even if he is still alive, the man's completely mad.
You never know. As you've said, we can't overlook any possibility. I say we should at least try. It couldn't hurt.
As you can see, we've had a bit of a breakthrough here. As well, Moira's been talking to me all day. She knows all about Graham. As a matter of fact, she was there when it happened. She also knows who else was there, but she hasn't told me that. She's still pretty fragile, and I didn't want to push her.
Wow. What else did she tell you? Do you realize what this means? We have a witness. They've got no case. Oh, thank you, God. Isn't that right? We're home free.
If the girl is to be believed, John, her testimony will certainly be disputed. After all, she's completely loony. She'll never.
I know I'm a bit daft, Mr. Street Giles, and that's a fact, but not all of me is. I just see things differently now, that's all. I'll grant you, there are things I don't remember, but I take comfort in that. It's probably for the best.
Well, I don't think you're crazy at all. It's just that you've been through some terrible things. Moira and I had a very good talk while you men were away, and I think it's time we spoke in front of one another. We're in this together, after all.
I, for one, am confident the police will believe Moira. John will be cleared, you'll see.
So Marnie has become Kenneth Drummond? It's too bizarre.
We're thinking about letting Wadsworth in on what we know. What do you think?
Well, if Andrew thinks it's the right time, I'm not going to argue. Oh, that reminds me. He was here today, Wadsworth, with a search warrant. He took some stuff, here among other things. I tried to stop him, but I couldn't. Said he was within his rights. Is that true, Andrew?
I'm afraid so, if he had a warrant.
Oh well, he'll find nothing incriminating in it. Actually, I haven't thought much about my book recently. I've had other things on my mind. The important thing is, we're going to be able to convince the police that it was Drummond, not me, at the keep that night. We've got a witness.
How is that Wadsworth didn't find Moira?
Because she's a very clever girl, that's why.
You're wrong, you know. You've got it all wrong. It wasn't Reverend Drummond that pushed Graham. He wasn't there that night. It was Alistair Frazier that pushed him. I saw him do it. I couldn't make myself believe it for a while. But it was him, all right. I wonder where he's hiding.
Well, there goes our Drummond theory. It was a great while it lasted, but never mind. At least now we have the witness who can prove John's innocence.
Well, Andrew, if you feel it's time for Wadsworth to know about Moira, I agree. All right, I'll call him first thing in the morning.
But you can't go to the police. They're on Drummond's side. Constable Smiley used to be one of his convenators.
But we have no choice, Moira. They have to be told what you saw, or John could be found guilty. You understand that, don't you? And don't worry, you'll be safe with us. Tell me, Inspector, while we're waiting, I have to ask, do you know about the murder that took place in this room 25 years ago?
No, I can't say that I do.
Well, I, for one, think it's time you knew. Ainsley House was the scene of a brutal murder. Actually, there were 2 killings, committed by the same person, but only one took place. I don't know what bearing it is exactly, but I would have thought it might be some interest to a criminologist of your stature. So why didn't you acquaint your friends with the history of the house, Constable? You didn't consider it important? Why don't you fill them in the details, while I go find others?
Moira, where have you been? We've been searching everywhere for you.
Now, if I might offer a suggestion, Inspector Wadsworth, rather than subjecting Miss MacLeod to a barrage of questions, maybe it would be more constructive if you allowed her to tell her story from the beginning, in her own words.
Now, Moira, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just like I told you. You've done nothing wrong, and the inspector here only wants to know what you recall about what happened at the keep on the night of the storm, just as you remember it.
Would you like to hear the ending or the beginning first, Inspector?
The beginning will be fine, if you like.
It all started around the time Kenneth Drummond arrived in the village. Until then, It was really nice around here. At first we were all a bit shy, him being from the big city and everything, but it didn't take long for things to change. He started this club for the younger boys. He was magic with them. He'd sit them down and tell them tales of adventure, about great warriors and pirate ships and sunken treasure, things like that. He told them about his time in the guards and explained that they were to be the heroes of the future. The boys were a right willing audience, and that's a fact. Most of them had never been out of the Vale, you see, so his stories had a great effect. He could tell a story like nobody except Graham, that is.
And then what happened?
Soon him and his precious conveniences were taking long hikes into the hills, looking for God knows what. They'd stay away for days, sometimes. The boys always came home a bit strange, but none of them would say what they'd been up to. I did hear about them finding the pagan temple though. Alistair told me he couldn't help himself. He was feeling like such a big shot for being the one to discover it. The folks in the village showed no interest at all. As far as I know, not a one ever went out to have a look. I wonder where Ali can be. I know what he did was terrible, but there's no doubt Drummond drove him to it. Anyway, I decided I wanted to join the convenienters. You see, the boys were having all the fun. So, Ali spoke to Reverend Drummond, and he agreed to meet me one night at the church to see if I was brave enough to be a member of his troop. Ye understand, I was the only girl that ever wanted in. He took me down into a cellar, through a hidden door in the pulpit, and led me into a room where he asked me to show myself to him. I was completely humiliated and scared to death, but I was determined to pass his test. He assured me the boys had had to go through initiation too. After, he let me put my clothes back on. We sat on the floor, and he told me things intended to frighten me. It worked. He said the curse of the keep was real, and that he was its messenger. He said terrible things could happen to anyone who didn't obey him. After that night, I was allowed on the outings, and I took part in all the rituals. After a few weeks, Drummond said he needed to go further. That's when the animal sacrifices started, and I wanted no part of it. I was horrified, but the boys seemed to like it. Fine. It's something about boys I'll never understand. They were afraid of upsetting him. You see, they believed totally in his power, and they spied for him too. Oh, they watched everybody. That's how Drummond knew everybody's secrets. He was never worried about me telling on him because he controlled me completely by that time. You see, he had me doing things I was ashamed of whenever we went to the chamber. I knew I was wrong, but I was so afraid of him, and I had nobody to tell. Who would have believed me speaking against the minister? They all thought he was a hero. I wanted to go to Graham, but Drummond had me convinced that he and Graham were on the same side. He said it was Graham that showed him the chamber beneath the church.
Chamber? What chamber? Is this the same place that he took you to?
You're doing fine, just fine.
I knew Alistair Frazier suspected what was going on. He caught me coming from the church one night, and he knew something was wrong. I lied to him, but he knew, so in exchange for his silence, I showed him the chamber. Soon after that, he began to change. He started hated Drummond's gang and Drummond too. He disappeared for a while, spent a year or two in Glasgow and Oban, and then he came back, and for some reason, he got involved again. I think it's him that's been stealing from the chamber, but I'm not certain.
So why John? Why was he so important?
Drummond said we needed him. He said Tart is a famous director. He was the kind of champion our cause required, that we'd get him to do a film about Scotland being an occupied country even though it has all Britain's wealth cause of the oil in the North Sea. He said John could bring attention to the injustice, and that what we were doing for Scotland's own good. He was convinced that the people could be made to rise up and throw the English out, just like before. And he hated the English, like nobody's business. The boys ate it up. I wasn't so sure, but it because my job to get John, so that Drummond could have power over him. I was supposed to tempt him, but things got out of hand. I always knew there was more going on than what Drummond was telling, but I found out too late. I'm so sorry, John. I'm sorry, Valerie. I'm not looking for an excuse because I did do what he asked, but I was afraid of him. I tried to refuse him, but I just wasn't strong enough. But then I found that I couldn't live with myself. I starting to really like you, John. You're a nice man, and I knew that you and your wife were going to get hurt. So I decided I had to get away from the Vale. That's why I ran away to London. I was very unhappy there, so I thought I'd go to Oban, because I was too afraid to come home to Kilbride. But it didn't matter where I went, the curse was following me, just like Drummond warned. It nearly destroyed me. I had no choice, so I returned to the keep.
Drummond, it's me you want. I'm here. Let her go. Drummond, you bastard. Where are you?
John, are you alright?
Oh God, thank you God. Are you hurt?
I don't think so. I don't remember what happened. I feel so tired.
It never occurred to me that I must admit my sin, and to you, MacIntyre. I wrote this myself to remind you of the past. Tish well.
Drummond, please don't.
I've seen it all happen. I know it wasn't you. Drummond took his own life in my eyes. I'm sorry, John. Morning, Mr. and Mrs. MacIntyre.
Morning, Inspector. We're off the day after tomorrow, so I've come to get my passport.
Everything's pretty well wrapped up. A couple of questions remain unanswered, but that happens sometimes. Not every case is as neatly wrapped up as one of your Hollywood films, eh, Mr. MacIntyre? Anyway, the questions are probably of no real consequence, but missing pieces do frustrate me no matter how trivial they are. I never get used to it. But here you go.
Pardon to interrupt. I'll miss you both. But hopefully we'll meet again under less harrowing circumstances. So John, I hate to be a pest, but I've got to try one last time before you leave here forever. Couldn't we have one shot at finding the tomb? You realize it would be a monumental discovery, a significant archaeological find, and it would be a real coup for me, a blighted feather in my academic cap. It's worth a go, don't you?
Okay, Andrew. After all you've done for us, I'd be glad to give it a shot. I don't know how much help I can be. Though, last time I was there, it was very dark, and I was too busy trying to keep up with Moira to be paying much attention. But I'll try. It'll be a good excuse for one last run in Bridie anyway.
Bye.
We'll
So
call you
long,
if you
bye.
need anything.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.